Well, good day, family. Good day to you. Welcome back. This is Coach Jay coming at you, family. I trust you're doing well on today, and I wish above all things that you're prospering, that you're in great health, even as your soul prospers. Family, listen, at this in the last video, I was talking about the major league player that was getting that multi-million dollar contract, and I was just expressing if they invest that first $1 million just one time, and put it in a Berkshire Hathaway Class B shares. Uh, that $1 million over the next 30 years, assuming a 10% compound growth on that money, will be $17 million by the time they're 50 years old. We're assuming that they joined the league and got that multi-million-dollar contract at the age of 20 years old. So let that money run for 20 years or whatever the age is, and just let it run for the next 30 years or whatever, 20 years. But you see the calculation on how to do it. All right, go to investor.gov and it'll help you out. It'll show you. So you plug your numbers in, and whatever works for you works for you. All right. So I was just talking about how this player, once they're starting to age, and of course they're not probably playing anymore at the age of 50, regardless what sport it is, that they have money to live on, at least a guarantee for the most part, $1 million a year. And that's, they just have to adjust their lifestyle around that. And if they get another multi-million dollar contract, maybe they're going to dump another, maybe 5 million next time. And then just let that money run. So that's how we pay ourselves first. Now let's talk about paying ourselves first for the common people like us. All right. So you're in the workplace and they offer the 401k plan, a 403b plan, the 457 plan, or the TSP plan. I would say go ahead and check and see if they have a company match, which most companies do because they're competing. And I would invest up to the first, whatever their max is, the company match is. So say for instance, the company's going to max out at 5%. So if you put in 5%, they do dollar for dollar. Up to the first 5%, you put in 5%, they put in 5%. That's free money. You can't leave that on the table. All right. And you set that and forget it and put it in the index fund. Go and find an index fund. And once again, the index funds, their fees are lower. That's why we want index funds. And you can just, if you can find one, this is like Fidelity 500 or Vanguard 500 or something like that. That's the one you want to select. You just don't want to, the target date, they're just going to put you in a pretty much like a life cycle, but the best bang for the buck is like a S&P 500 index fund. Look for index funds because they have the lower fees, so you don't have to just let them put you in something. Then I would go ahead and max out either the Roth or traditional IRA. It doesn't matter, whichever one you feel like. Then I would drop down and I would put some money into high yield savings account for the Life Happens Fund. Then I would drop down to the brokerage fund, which is the Grow the Gap Fund. All right, family, and look for index funds, and there you